Hi, thank you for joining me today for my second layout for Hey Little Magpie, and I'm once again using the Pretty Little Studio Good Vibrations collection. So I grabbed this star paper and I'm cutting around the teal edge of the star just to use that as a huge embellishment on my white cardstock. Now I'm just showing you here, unfortunately I lost a little bit of videoing. I used the fossilised amber Distress Oxide ink, watered it down and used that big flat brush to trace around the star shape that I'd drawn using the star as a stencil. And then I'm now flicking on some of the same, and then I flicked on the fossilised amber and left that to dry, and now I'm flicking on my Distress watercolour pencil in Black Soot from Tim Holtz. So I'm going to leave that to one side to dry for a bit, but I do want to add some stamped images using that same fossilised amber ink. So I've grabbed the Hey Little Magpie stamp set. This is the Life Captured set, and there's a lovely little cluster of stars that works really nicely, obviously, with this star paper. So I'm just going around and adding those stamped images in strategic places around the edge of that star. My pencil line just helps me to see where the star roughly ends. It's slightly inside the paper of the star, just so that I don't see that pencil line once I stick the star down. So I'm just going to stick this down now onto that page, being mindful that the black is still a little bit wet, so I've got to be a bit careful. But there it goes. So that painting that I did with the fossilised amber just gives like a halo around the edge of that star, and then the stamping and the black splatters just create a little bit more interest around that shape and drag the eye out towards the edges of that white cardstock as well. So this photo was actually a 4x6 photo, which I cut in half because I wanted Amelia to be on the right hand side of one of the photos. So originally the photo that I'm adding to the left here was on the right hand side of Amelia, so I still wanted to show the full picture, but this was a better way of placing it. So on Sunday, Amelia offered to do the Warrington Market for James because he was feeling a bit under the weather. He's got an important weightlifting competition coming up, so she said that she would step in for him. So it worked out perfectly. He paid her and he got to have some rest time. So now that those photos are down, I'm going to choose some embellishments to add around the page. So first of all, I chose this title that says "You Are Awesome" because I thought that was very fitting, the fact she'd stepped in for her brother. So just adding some foam pads to the back. These are the Sticks 2, I think they're 6x12mm. They're on a big roll, and we sell them in the shop, so do check those out. Just using my T-square ruler there to check that it's straight. And then I'm going to add some of the wordy pieces. These are all from the same ephemera pack. You can see it up there on the left. I will bring in some of the other ephemera packs shortly, but I'm just starting off with this one. So just adding those strips. In fact, it might be stickers that I add actually. Anyway, we'll see. So here are the label shapes. I love these labels. They're so versatile. So I'm going to choose one circular one to add down here. I do have to pull up that Make It Work strip a little bit just to get it tucked under there, and that's where I'm going to add my journaling, and then just checking again that that is straight. And then I'm going to add some other bits and pieces around. There are some gorgeous little die cut stars in this pack which work really nicely, obviously with that paper that I've chosen as my main paper for the page. So overlapping bits onto that journaling spot, and then I'll just add my journaling there. So now I want to see what else I can add. Thinking about adding something to the top of the photo there. I'm not happy the fact that that's a lined label. I would have much preferred it to have been plain, so I'm distracting myself with other bits while I decide what to do. So I've gone into these sticker sheets, and that circular piece at the top says "Go with the flow," and there's a little floral piece that I've added to the bottom there. And then I cut this label in half. There was no point in using the whole label because, I mean, you'll only see half of it poking out. So I've saved the other half for another day. And then I'm just layering up with this orange piece here. And that just, again, just provides some more layers, adds a bit of definition to the right of the photo there. So just getting those tucked in. I've just used my wet glue for ease, so I can slide these under the photo. And now coming in with these floral stickers, and I'm just going to add a few around the page. First of all, one layering next to this circular piece, so I'm just going to tuck it underneath, and then another little cluster, a small one at the top there, and then a little cluster to the right hand side of the title. So bringing in one of my Eco Success tab punch pieces, I've just used some black card to add that, and then I can add the date at the top there. And this is, I think it's an All and Create die. I just had this piece hanging out on my desk, so I thought it would just bring the black across the right hand side of the page so that I've got that visual triangle of black on the page with the Make It Work sticker at the bottom, that tab to add my date to at the top, which I'm just doing now with my roller date stamp, and then that die cut piece on the right hand side. So just trimming out my date. I stamp it onto white cardstock for ease so that it really does stand out on that tab, and then just gluing that down in place. So just grabbing a couple more stars from that die cut set, just tucking one up there, and then some of these word phrases which I thought would finish it off really nicely underneath the photos. So I find one that says "Be Beautifully You," another one that says "Good Vibrations," which is going to go underneath that left hand photo, and then another black one that says "You're the Best," which I'm going to add to the right hand side here, and finally one that says "Smile." And that's the layout done. I hope you've enjoyed this. Do ask if you have any questions, and I'll see you again very soon. Thanks again. Bye.